We just learned the Warriors tried to pair Steph Curry with LeBron James at the trade deadline. ESPN says the Dubs owner Joe Lacob called Laker owner Jeannie Buss. What's crazy is Buss said, I don't know, you'll have to ask him. She didn't say we are not trading him, she said go for it. He's been complaining recently, see what he says. Now obviously LeBron said he's not ready to go yet, but the Lakers did something else that shows they are ready to move on from LeBron. He was pressuring them to trade for DeJounte Murray, but the Hawks were asking for way too much. But LeBron openly flirted with the Knicks on national TV. He can be a free agent and leave if they make him angry. But with that risk on the table, LA said, screw it. If he leaves, he leaves. No trade. And that has never happened in LeBron's career. Every time he makes a threat, the team obeys. Until now. And the reason is they have two plans. One with LeBron, one without. Now we will reveal both plans, but it turns out a lot of Laker fans actually hate LeBron James. And I was shocked to find this out. But the top comment on a recent video says, I would trade LeBron in a heartbeat. With 1.2 thousand likes, the LA Times asked fans, how do you improve the Lakers? Easy, get rid of LeBron. Or, the NBA trade deadline has passed and the Lakers made no moves. Cue the series of LeBron James cryptic tweet emojis and self-serving, passive-aggressive, offhand comments. Dude, aren't they grateful for the 2020 title? Well, they were, until something happened that ruined his reputation. But first, you may or may not know that I am super into health and fitness, so I was pumped that Element is sponsoring this video. They sent me a sample, but guess what, Element? I already had some of my covered, because I love and use this product, a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix made because research shows optimal health outcomes occur at sodium levels 2 or 3 times the government recommendations. For example, me, I eat almost zero processed foods, all whole natural foods, so I don't get a lot of sodium compared to the average American. Electrolyte deficiency or imbalance can cause headaches, cramps, fatigue, brain fog, and weakness. And if you sweat, it's even more important. Like Bradley Beal is a big proponent of Element, but it's useful for non-NBA players too, like me, or moms, exercise enthusiasts, sauna buffs, whatever. So you can get a free Element sample pack with any order. Just purchase through drinkelement.com/amhoops. And if it's not for you, no problem. Your money back, no questions asked. They have a very low return rate and a high reorder rate, but if you need it, their amazing customer service has you covered. So that is drinkelement.com/amhoops for a free sample pack. But I want to get to the Lakers' plan. GM Rob Pelinka said, we didn't want to shoot a small bullet now that would only lead to a marginal improvement at the expense of making a much bigger move potentially this offseason. And what would that look like, Mr. Rob Lowe guy? Well, The Athletic says 3 potential targets are Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, and Kyrie Irving, according to team and league sources. Yes, much better than DeJounte Murray. And because they didn't listen to LeBron, the Lakers now have 3 first-round picks, 3 swaps, and Austin Reeves to trade. A much bigger war chest. So plan A, add a 3rd star with LeBron and AD. But plan B, if LeBron leaves, is to have cap space and assets to build around Anthony Davis. Plan B is why they're okay with moving on from LeBron James. But there is a big problem with both scenarios. How are the Lakers going to outbid other teams? I mean, if a star becomes available, other teams will be interested who have way more assets. For example, the Knicks have 9 tradable first-round picks. They've been linked to everyone, Donovan Mitchell included. The Nets have 8 first-round picks. They want to win now and would easily jump ahead of LA. Let's say the Trae Young Spurs rumor is legit. They have double-digit picks. So do the Jazz and Thunder. So there's no way the Lakers would get their first choice of a star. Oh, what about player empowerment? Can't a star just force his way to LA, say, I demand to be a Laker? Well, tell that to Damian Lillard. He had a 1-team wish list, the Miami Heat, and even the most loyal star ever didn't get his wish. The Lakers are about to have a wake-up call that the new NBA ain't what it used to be. They are making this mistake because that's how the Lakers always do business. Since moving to LA in 1960, every single title has been won with a star free agent or trade. 1972, Wilt Chamberlain forced his way to LA. Same with Kareem, who was key to the Showtime dynasty. Then Kobe wins his first 3 with free agent Shaq, next 2 with traded Pau Gasol. Obviously 2020 was a trade AD and free agent LeBron. So that's why the Lakers refused to trade for little old DeJounte Murray, which could lead to them losing LeBron. But spoiler alert, a lot of fans would actually like that. It started when LeBron got to LA. Murals welcomed the king, but were quickly ruined across the city. It got so bad, headlines were like, yep, another LeBron mural vandalized in LA. A lot of fans didn't like LeBron being the king of Kobe's team, especially when he hadn't even done anything in LA yet. But then, he did. In 2020, months after Kobe's passing, LeBron delivered their first title in a decade. So why are they sick of him just 3 years later? It all traces back to one mistake. The Lakers' identity in the bubble was a top 3 defense and a super tall roster. The only rotation player under 6'5" was Rajon Rondo. Yeah, the offense was ranked 11th. They were 21st shooting threes, but Frank Vogel's blueprint worked. Until the Suns beat them in the first round the next year. But instead of blaming fatigue or AD's groin injury, they panicked. LeBron demanded a 3rd star, so LA traded Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and a 1st for Russell Westbrook. Most of their depth for Mr. Triple-Double. Then they refused to re-sign Alex Caruso, letting him walk to Chicago. He is now one of the best two-way guards in the NBA on an amazing contract, but it's even worse than that. Caruso says he wanted to be a Laker so bad, he tried everything to stay.
My agent texted me and said, hey, Chicago's interested in signing you. Got that offer, went back to LA, asked if they could do the same, said no, asked for something else that was a little less, said no, and said, okay, well, that's what it comes to. I'm ready to go to Chicago.
Wow. Now teams are dying to get Caruso on their team, and LA could have had him on a discount? Who is making these decisions? Well, Bleacher Report says, upon the urging of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the franchise traded its championship depth for Russell Westbrook. That is how they went from a champion to a disaster in 2 years. Now, to be fair, LeBron says, I am not involved in trade decisions, but he obviously just tried to pressure the front office, and his agent Rich Paul met with Knicks president Leon Rose, which made a lot of people nervous. A random report even said, LeBron is at the top of the Laker list to trade the 39-year-old. So in response, LeBron's agent told the media, LeBron won't be traded and we aren't asking to be, as if he's the guy to decide that, like he's Rob Pelinka running the team. Wait, I thought you weren't the GM. So because of all of this, Laker fans, possibly the front office, are tired of the LeBron James experience. Good vibes didn't last long after the 2020 title, but they were suspicious of him to begin with. But I think that is incredibly stupid. I mean, the only fans who would be ungrateful for an all-timer on their team are Laker fans. It shows how spoiled they have been in NBA history. They've always got stars, so who needs LeBron James? I mean, he only saved them when he didn't have to after missing the playoffs 6 straight years. Now they can't wait to get him out of town. Well, the only problem is the next star might not be so easy to get. LA is ready to move on from LeBron if they have to, but they will regret it real quick. And there are all sorts of behind the scenes stories in the NBA like that one, but the one that really caught my attention was Mark Cuban selling the Mavericks. I mean, he was the last owner I ever thought would sell, especially after he gets another all-time legend, Luka, after having Dirk. So when that news came down, I thought, there's got to be more to this story. And it turns out there is.